Hello everybody, I'm Dick Tango, and today we're going to cover a very quick topic about the CR56 AMAX, talking about the difference in visual recoil, or the kind of illusion of the difference in visual recoil between the T-pose and default reticles for the VLK. If you don't know what they look like already, the T-pose here is two lines. They get sort of wider on the outside and thinner in the middle. But the downside of this one, in my opinion, is there's no distinct center dot to kind of focus on. But in the case of the AMAX, that ends up being an upside. And then there's also a little bit of visual blockage directly above where you're aiming, which I think is the easiest way to keep track of your targets, is directly above the center of the reticle. But still, I do think that with the AMAX specifically, and I have tested this with a few of the other bouncier guns in the game, the T-pose reticle is significantly better in my opinion. So I'll go ahead and show you what the recoil looks like on the default optic. I'm going to do both corrected and uncorrected recoil just so you can kind of get an idea of how it is. First I'm going to do a quick set of uncorrected ones here. As you can see, there's a lot of bounce. The dot itself kind of goes towards you in a way, and it jumps very rapidly, especially at the beginning. Not moving the mouse at all here. And to be clear, I don't think these reticles affect the actual recoil when you plot it on a wall in any way. I even looked into that actually, and I'm reasonably certain that it has no effect. But I do think visually it helps significantly. As you can see here, as I'm correcting, that red dot is all over the place. It is just bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Yeah, it's just kind of bouncing all over the place. Now my recoil control isn't the best there, but you can get the idea between the two here. And then I'm going to show you with the T-pose. I think it's significantly better. There's nothing to really lock your eye on the center for it, which can make it a little harder to aim. So this is something you should play with yourself and see if you like it. I generally think that trying out different reticles is generally a good idea. And then let's go ahead and do some just base recoil without me adjusting at all. We're doing a little further back, I believe. And as you can see, the overall bounce I think is the same, but you don't really lock your eyes onto the dot the same. At least I don't. And I've heard some other people agree with me. And I do think it ends up being significantly easier to track with the T-pose on the CR56 AMAX than it is to track with the default VLK reticle. For clarity, I'm using the longest barrel attachment, the monolithic suppressor, VLK of course, the 45 round mags here, and the Commando foregrip. And let's do just a quick couple of... Yeah, if you see with the correction there, there's not a whole lot of movement compared to that dot that seems to be jumping around quite a lot. I really think that it's easier for me to keep track. I think overall there's a little tighter grouping here. Again, this is going to depend on you, but I do think that it's significantly easier for me, and I may not have the best appeal to authority here, but Joe, Average Joe on Twitch as well as YouTube, and Exact, that's EXZACHTT on Twitch and YouTube, both have been running this exact AMAX build, and I think it's excellent. And the T-pose reticle is something that they are using but haven't really talked about. So I think that you guys should give this a try. It's going to make things a little bit easier, at least it has for me, and I've seen others say the same. And see if you like the AMAX. The thing has crazy good damage, the mobility is not terrible, and while it doesn't compete with the Kilo and Grau and PKM and such at longer ranges, if you really are taking hard fights in close range, it's going to crazy outdamage basically everything else in the game. So definitely give it a shot and see how you like it. Let me know if you do like it. Leave me a comment, and if you like the video, leave me a like and a subscribe. I do also stream over on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/DickTango. You can find that down in the description. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.